think it's going to be bigger than what we think. With his following, and I mean, it's him and the other fella. I forgot his name, but Dean, yes, Dean Grazio. Yeah. So, Sharan, it's an honor to have you here as well, and thank you for stepping in. And with that, thank you all for being here. It's really a privilege to have you, all of you here, with your experiences in the group. So let's dive in. We have less than 2 hours. Let's dive into all the good stuff. We're going to try and keep it sort of on the clock, I guess. But, I don't want it too structured, but I guess we could all easily go on a tangent with all our little features. So who would like to go first?
I could jump on in there if anyone wants. I'll break the ice for everybody.
Break it.
Yeah. So there's a lot of features. I've been thinking a lot about this. Like a lot of people have been talking about how there's this overwhelm of new shiny, right? So the 5 features that I picked, I tried to kind of keep them around a theme of what's going to actually change the operations of your snapshots, like what's going to affect how expensive it is to manage or how much more scalable it can make things. And when we're talking about scale, we're not just talking about delivering to clients. We're talking about training your team members, training your clients to actually use HighLevel, and also just how do you build workflows. So I'm going to run through pretty much mine really, really fast so I can get more to that, because I would actually love to hear your guys' feedback on that. And am I allowed to share in this thing? I really hope so.
Yeah, I think you should be able to. Yeah.
Lovely. Because a lot of my planning would have gone for naught if I wasn't able to. Well, you seen behind the scenes. Cool. So the first one this one is one of those ones that looks just like a pretty new shiny, but to me, it actually is really foundational to how workflows go. It's the stickies and your action notes and workflow notes. And the reason why this is really important is that it changes where you can put the information for training clients. One of the problems that I'm always dealing with is having a separate document for your SOPs and your training. I like to have your SOPs where the work gets done. So when you're building your workflows, one practice I've always advocated for is document as you go. And one of those things you document is what should be changed. So in your workflows, if there's something that needs like an assigned to user, hey, you need to put an assigned user, you can now have all of the action notes. So any note that you put on these actions now shows up in action notes. But now you can just see everything as a checklist at a glance without having to click through a whole bunch of stuff.